my show. Hi, I am Sarah.
Hi friends, we would like to welcome you to a very, very special episode of Sarah's Great Day, because who do we have on the show today, Sarah?
Mrs. Galasso.
And what do you call Mrs. Galasso at school?
Senior Galasso.
Senora Galasso. Welcome to Sarah's Great Day.
I'm so excited to be here today.
We have got Mrs. Galasso, or Senora Galasso here because Sarah is in your class, isn't she?
Yes, she is. She is in Spanish 1 with me.
And you guys are having a lot of fun, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been an awesome year so far.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Sarah likes it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about it and just a lot of good information. And so before we get started, Sarah, would you like to tell our friends what we're going to make today for our recipe?
We are going to make Mexican wedding
cakes.
cakes.
Mexican wedding cakes. They kind of look more like cookies, but we're going to they call them cakes. And do they actually serve these for weddings? Is this a tradition?
Yep, it's a traditional cookie or wet cake at a wedding, and they also serve them during Christmas time.
Okay, so we're going to do that. This is all of Sarah's favorite things, cake, weddings, and Spanish. So we're all ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
You can go to our website, www.sarahsgreatday, and find the recipe and the directions to make these. So let's get started. I'm going to move these. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to beat 2 sticks of softened butter, and we've let these sit out all night so that they're really, really nice and soft. Don't put them in the microwave and melt them because it won't work. So Sarah, would you like to do that? Put these in here? So Mrs. Can I call you Mrs. Galasso?
Of course.
Because I don't speak Spanish. How have you enjoyed having Sarah in your class? Tell me, how's it going?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning experience for myself as well as for Sarah in finding what works well for her.
Okay.
And finding what she enjoys doing within the Spanish class.
Okay. Okay, so is she in a special class or is she just in your regular Spanish 1?
She is in my regular Spanish 1 class with all the rest of my students, so she is experiencing it along with everybody else.
Okay, okay. Smarty pants. Okay, we're going to beat this until it's nice and fluffy. Would you like to do that, Mrs. Galasso, or do you want Sarah to do it?
I think Sarah can do it.
Okay, Sarah, you want to start beating the butter? And you want to get it nice and fluffy, okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
And this is great. Using a hand mixer is great because you're getting that muscle strength. So are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's go. Very good, Sarah. Look at you getting around the whole bowl, crossing midline.
Yeah.
All that is great, isn't it? And it kind of almost lightens up. Okay, are we ready? Want to shut it off? If we weren't doing the show, we would do that a little bit longer, but we're gonna stop right there. So what are some of the things, Mrs. Galasso, that you're having Sarah do?
Right now, Sarah is actually reading a short novel in Spanish. So she's reading the whole thing all by herself.
And do you want to tell our viewers how that's going?
It's going awesome. She is doing such a phenomenal job. She's understanding the entire story. She is comprehending what she's reading. She understands the plot line of the story.
Okay.
She is doing beyond what I could have ever imagined. She is just, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And every time I talk with her about it, I get more and more excited.
Look at, I'm getting her all messy with powdered sugar. We're putting a half a cup of powdered sugar in there. And actually, we have found that through reading the novel, she's actually learning more than what we were doing first semester. Am I right?
Yes,
Sarah
definitely.
doesn't like things on her hands, so let me get her a towel. So what else do you do besides the reading of the novel?
So she's reading through the novel, and she has vocabulary lists that she is learning every week that are tied to the novel.
Can I ask you to put 2 teaspoons
Of course.
in? We're putting 2 teaspoons of vanilla in. How do you say 2 in Spanish? Uno.
Dos.
Dos. That's awesome. Okay, so, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. So what are some other things that she's doing? She's doing the vocabulary.
She has the vocabulary, and every week she is also answering comprehension questions based on the novel. So she is both verbally and through writing. So she's doing both of those.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about the writing. You ready to go? We're gonna mix these 2 together. Notice there's no eggs or sugar in here. Okay, mix those together. Isn't she good with
She is awesome. She's better than I am. I'd be making a whole big mess right now.
Yeah, you're doing good, Sarah.
Thank you.
We're gonna get those nice and mixed. Okay, are you ready to add some more stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have other kids with special needs in your class, or is Sarah your only student this year?
I do have lots of students with special needs. In previous years, I've had students with autism in my class.
Okay.
Which is, I absolutely love working with those kiddos.
Uh-huh.
It's been a lot of fun, and just watching them learn the language has been a lot of fun. And just like watching Sarah pick it up, it's been really, I absolutely love working with them.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, folks, and the reason I wanted Mrs. Galasso to be on here is because I think we think our kids can't do Spanish because it's okay. We'll wipe it off later. I think our kids think we think our kids can't do Spanish because they struggle sometimes even with English, and you're just not finding that, right?
No, and actually one of the nice things about Spanish is it's simpler to learn than English.
Okay.
There are lots more rules and patterns that they can find and follow.
Okay.
It's simpler spelling, which is a big thing with difference between English and Spanish. English spelling is much more complex and difficult than it is in Spanish.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to mix up the flour now. Sarah, you ready to go at it? I think Sarah has missed cooking because we haven't been on, we're just starting our new season. You're going to put it down again? Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's our trick for getting all the dough off of the beaters? What's our trick? Turn it really hard, all the way to the top, fast as you can. Okay. Oh, did you see the dough fly at Dominic? That's funny. Okay. So there we're good. Can I have you set that over there? We're kind of making a mess. Okay. So let's get this down here. And then earlier today, Sarah and I toasted 1 cup of chopped pecans over the stove, right?
Yes.
Sarah, would you like to pour those in?
Yes.
And see, they're just a little bit brown, but it really brings out the flavor of the pecans. Okay, you ready? Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Sarah, would you like to, forgot this spoon, would you like to stir this? This is, again, good arm strengthening because the dough, although it is a lot lighter than like a chocolate chip cookie dough, it is, it's still kind of hard to stir in those pecans. So she's going to do that while we keep talking. When we talked in Sarah's IEP and stuff, though, we actually talked about Spanish and just how you love it, don't you, Sarah?
Yeah.
And do you like being in with the kids?
Yeah.
Are they nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were talking about how often the kids kind of fight over who gets to have Sarah in their group, and
yeah, she is definitely a hot commodity in class. People really want her to be with them and to work with her, and they're very excited to have her in class with them, and it's always fun to see her. Actually, on Friday in class, she was playing a game with another student. We were playing Battleship with conjugating verbs, so she was helping other students learn how to conjugate verbs.
Okay.
So it was a very fun experience, and I think Sarah had fun with it too. Did you like playing the game on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My most favorite story is the young girl when you guys had a big project to do.
Oh.
She came. Can you tell the story? I don't need to.
When she was working with Carissa.
Yeah.
Yeah. This student wanted to work with Sarah. She was partnered up with her to do a social issues project, and she chose to work on a project for Guatemala, and it was clean water in Guatemala.
Okay.
Was the project, and she created basically. I was planning on shortening the project a little bit for Sarah. She was going to do the same project as everybody else, just with a little bit shorter requirements. And instead of me doing it, actually the student Carissa, she created it for her, and she was really excited to work with her. And she did.
Freshman.
Yes, sophomore. She was a sophomore.
Okay, so a sophomore student prepared Sarah's curriculum for the project.
Yep.
Isn't that awesome? That's what's awesome.
Yeah, she did exactly what I would have done. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So it was really fun just to see her really wanting to work with Sarah and coming up with this neat idea for her to do it, and I couldn't have done it any better.
Yeah, and if I recall, Sarah had to do a PowerPoint presentation for that.
Yep, she's done a couple of PowerPoint presentations for our class.
Yeah. See, we don't back down and get all scared, do we?
No, she does an awesome job when she presents in front of class.
Yeah, yeah. We are dividing this up in half and putting it into 2 balls, and then we're going to wrap it up because it is really, really, it's really a soft dough. It's really got a weird texture to it. I mean, it's a nice texture, but we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So Sarah, can you take that and go put that in the refrigerator? By the way, we have the oven preheating at 350. One of the other things we talked about was a concept called splintering. And we talked about the fact that Sarah actually comprehends Spanish better than English when she reads it. And it was just very, very interesting. I had never heard of it, but it is called splintering, and it does happen. And so I think what parents have to understand, just try anything.
Right.
My friend had her daughter do Spanish, so we did Spanish because I thought, well, she did it. Let's just try it. And we had some bumps, didn't we?
Starting off, figuring everything out.
Yeah, and getting used to each other and stuff. But then we figured it out, and all is good. So this is what confused me on this. How big do you make these? Did I make them the right size?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay, so we're a couple teaspoons, right? Kind of like so.
Yeah.
Okay, and we take these, and because the butter is hardened, that might be a little big. Do you think that's big?
I could probably make it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
That looks good.
Okay, Sarah, you want to get your spoon, and Mrs. Galasso, you want to help us? We're going to put them on a cookie sheet with parchment paper because I don't like to clean cookie sheets, and I'm lazy. Here, honey, want to grab that little piece too? So next year, we also talked about next year, and Sarah's going to repeat.
Yep, and she's hopefully will be with me again.
Yeah. They keep saying, we can't promise you anything. I'm like, you're going to get me her. I know you are. Now I did the show. We're going to put it on I'm going to get her. Because you've had a good time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's add this to it.
Okay.
And this is a great sensory thing, too, by the way. Because, as you can see, Sarah doesn't really like this in her hands. But she's doing it, aren't you? I'm kind of making mine big. They're a lot bigger than Mrs. Galasso's.
I have a tendency to make little cookies.
Okay.
Because in my house, we do little ones for bite sizes. You don't feel so bad when you eat 5 or 6.
That's right. That's right. Plus, there's no egg or sugar, right? Okay. So we are going to pop these into a 350-degree oven for 18 minutes. And then we're going to roll them in some powdered sugar with cinnamon. And they are going to taste great. So we will be right back. Mrs. Galasso, would you be so kind as to add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon? So we're going to roll them in a powdered sugar and cinnamon. Look, she even put extra. She did like
extra.
I know. Can you take the whisk and mix that up?
Sure.
And I find that a whisk works really, really well with this. And so when our cookies come out, we're going to let them cool down a little bit. And then we're going to roll them in the powdered sugar and cinnamon. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to let these sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to roll them in the powdered sugar and the cinnamon, and then we're going to eat them. So before we do that, just one thing, I want to ask you one more question. If you could give advice to any parents that have kids with special needs, what's the best way to have a successful experience in a foreign language?
I think communication. Just making sure that your student is comfortable and happy in class and learning, and if they're comfortable and enjoying it, they're gonna learn. They're gonna pick up on what's going down in class, and they're gonna have a good time, and they will truly learn the language.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you're communicating with the teachers. And
And we just use her notes, app on her iPad, and you write down what you did that day, and I write down what we did, and we've found that to work very well. And the other thing that's really kind of sweet is I don't speak Spanish, but my husband does. And so Sarah and her dad every night go upstairs in our bedroom and they read the chapter, and I think that makes it very special. So just another benefit of it.
yeah, so every time I hear more and more about it, it gives me those good feelings,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited that it's working out as well as it has.
Yeah. Well, we would like to thank you for being with us today. It has been, I love having teachers on the show because you guys, you all inspire me, you know, and thank you for all that you're doing to make it just such a great experience for Sarah. I really appreciate everything.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing her with me. It's always fun. I love having these experiences.
So Sarah, today, is it a good day or a great day?
Good day.
And how would we say that in Spanish?
Un día formidable.
Okay, and we're just gonna say great day again.
Great day.
Great day. Okay, we're gonna roll these cookies in sugar. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Sarah's Great Day, that is the name of our YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button and you'll be notified every time we have a new episode. But we would like to thank you again for joining us, and we are gonna have some Mexican wedding cakes. Are you ready? Okay, let's roll, let's roll them in the sugar.
Okay.
Grab one. Ooh, look at that. Did you get it? Ooh. Here, I'll put it over by you guys.